So some of you, Qualtrics is a brand new terminology to you, but actually the state of Iowa has been using Qualtrics for quite some time. And I think this slide right here is very powerful. We've actually used during COVID, those dark days, we did actually have Qualtrics be our COVID-19 response. You may recall, we don't like to look in the rearview mirror very often, but there was the in-person testing where we did the drive-through, and then we had what we call the at-home testing where you would mail in within your testing and then mail it back to the state hygienic lab. Qualtrics was the tool for that time. So we have used Qualtrics even back in 2020. I think I don't know the dates, but we've been using at home for quite some time past the 2020 timeframe. The funny story, I think this is how things work sometimes. I actually got called in to help with the Qualtrics initiative and the COVID testing during that time. So I've had some more experience even back in the 2020 with Qualtrics. And I was asked to come back at the at-home testing to kind of help implement that portion of that project. Qualtrics was there in a very dark time to support our state of Iowa citizens. And so I think that just says that they have the heart of the people. And that is a prime example of how they helped our state in a crisis mode to provide service to our very valuable state of Iowa citizens. So that's back in 2020. Also then in 2023, the employee experience started kicking off. And again, we're going to talk more about these different X's here in a minute. I was not part of this. I don't have as much information, but they pioneered the HHS alignment in 2022. So HHS had already a pretty big footprint within Qualtrics with the COVID response, and then moved into the employee response. And then where Sarah starts getting involved is in the 2023 with the alignment as a state. That is when the EX started to be statewide. So we've used the EX side a little bit longer than where we're going to do now. What we have done as of January 2025 is that we have expanded our contract as an enterprise contract. And it also now includes employee, customer, and digital experience. Again, a lot of X's, but what we're going to do is we're going to talk more about those different X's here in a minute. But we now have a full package deal with Qualtrics starting January of 2025, and we get an employee, customer, and digital experience within Qualtrics. So there's a pretty long-standing relationship with Qualtrics and the state of Iowa, maybe more than you realized. What is Qualtrics? High level, it is an experience management tool. I hate using the word tool, but it's a platform. It's a robust platform. It allows custom solutions, feedback, forms, workflows, APIs, integrations. You should have received this screenshot before, but that's high level of all the things that it can do. And we're going to talk more about that. I won't spend much time because you're going to learn what Qualtrics is, but high level, it's an experience management platform that helps customer, employees, and digital experience, and so much more. So what we say internally, you're going to hear some of our internal words. We say 3 runways. And that's really a good way to describe it. So there's 3 programs within Qualtrics. So the first program is what we call the employee experience. You should be, all of you are recognizing that. You all are part of the statewide engagement survey that Sarah sends out, and she works closely with the DAS agency to make sure that we do that employee engagement. That is what we call runway 1. That is employee experience. So think of that runway right there. That is our first program that we have within Qualtrics. That's 1X. Second X that we have is what we call the customer experience. I like to call it constituent experience because that's who we work with. That is ways to improve experiences for our state of Iowa citizens, right? And so that is our constituent customer experience. Feedback, surveys, forms, workflows, API integrations, all that is for our customers. That is runway 2. That's the other X within Qualtrics. The next X is DX, digital experience. Many of you on this call are familiar with the DX platform. That was a digital experience upgrade with our websites. Qualtrics offers tools to enhance our user experience within our websites. And Natalie will talk more about that, but that is the other runway. So I really like, this is important because our contract covers EX, CX, and DX. So employee, customer, and digital. That's the entire package of Qualtrics. So when we say Qualtrics, there's 3 runways underneath that umbrella. So that is just something to be aware of.